Alright, let's go northwards. There's a burning jello over there. I don't know what that jello was doing to be burning, but that essentially just means that we don't have to deal with it. Oh, there's another one. There's a lot of these. Okay. Oops, and there's also a slug snout. Okay, alright. But usually work the same as regular attacks in the code. Yes. That. Good to know. More like firing a ranged weapon. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Didn't know that. It's good to have a Caves of Qud modder in the chat. By the way, CGX Caves of Qud streams are fantastic. I recommend it. Which is kind of a weird thing to say because she has a lot more viewers than I have. But maybe some folks on YouTube don't know. Don't know that. I get most of my views on YouTube, not on Twitch. Oops. Vinewood submask. Okay, that's going to go onto the face. Onto the face. Oh, well, thank you for hosting me. That's very nice. Okay. Ancient Sultan Emed. Painted iron mace. Okay, good. Thanks, I should probably do that as well. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. That is extremely nice of you. Okay, let's see. Engraved. Oh, hello. Always good when you look at something and you get a lot of color coming at you. So this is Wire Duca, yeah, 3-map gift. So that is a... Oh, and we already know where it is. Fantastic. So this is a procedurally generated artifact, which is good. Funnily enough, I think in all my Caves of Qud runs, I've never come across a procedurally generated artifact that I've actually used. Level 6. Okay, we're going to just go down a little bit. Not down, but south. My old geography teacher would now throw his key at me. Not directly at me, but he did throw keys when you did that. You know, do the down or left right thing when you're talking about like geographical directions. Yeah. Usually would throw the key in the corner of the room. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, right. Okay, we're fine here. We are... Oh jeez, my brain is just not working. Keep trying to talk to friends with cardinal directions, but there are none. Yeah, cardinal directions become slightly weird when you don't have... When you're in space, essentially, right? Okay, so what do we have here? Copper Nugget Canteen, okay. Bloody young ivory. This just looked like a snapjaw. with bad luck. And most video game maps are oriented north up. Yeah, usually they should be. I don't remember which game I was playing. I was playing an old RPG. That might have been Excelsior. There's a let's play of me playing Excelsior, yeah, on YouTube. It's a really weird game. It's kind of an Ultima clone. But yeah, that game goes strange places. But I think in that game the map was rotated, but the game did not tell you that it was rotated. Actually, there was no indication anywhere, like which cardinal direction is where, and you are just confused for a good long while until you figure that out. And I think north is right in that game or something like that. And it took me a bit to figure that out. Multi-geocentric. Okay, the sun goes around the planets. Interesting. Interesting. Did not know that. Ooh dear, I'm grabbed by the jilted lover and attacked by everything. Whew! 2 health left. That was a close one again. You know, grabbed by the jilted lover, and there were just like these 3 or 4 snapjaws and crabs in front of me, just pounding me. That's kind of a fun thing to picture, or not, rather. Jewel encrusted bronze longsword. All right. Okay, there's another Kindle thumbing going on over there. Somebody has pounded by a jilted lover. Yeah, that is the Chuck Tingle Caves of Qud fanfiction. That I would definitely read, by the way. Yeah, indeed. Okay, let's see. Okay, there they are. Disliked by fungi. Yeah, what have you done? For some reason no one remembers. This is good. I enjoy that. Disliked by fungi. For some reason no one remembers. Caves of Qud is such a beautiful game. What do I have? I also have Shield Slam. I always forget that. Okay. You know, probably just was an asshole to some fungus at some point. You know, all of fungus kind hates you. I actually ate a pizza fungi with so pizza with chestnut mushrooms. Rather, I made that, so fungus kind is probably not very excited about me right now. Maybe I should be worried about that. Wide-brimmed hat, okay. Do I want the wide-brimmed hat? No. Yeah, that's pretty normal, I would say. It's one of the absolute basics, right? I would say. Fun fact, by the way. For the longest time, I did not know that pepperoni is a sausage in the US of A. I thought pepperoni, like if you order a pepperoni pizza here, you will get a pizza with like green peppers on it. So I was always like, oh, that's kind of weird that Americans are so into green peppers, or like any kind of peppers. You know, it could also be red peppers or whatever. Not bell peppers, but the slightly hot ones. Get a big portobello and put sauce and cheese on it. I guarantee you that somebody has done that. There's probably a BuzzFeed Tasty video that is exactly that. I think they do this kind of thing. Although they would probably involve a lot of meat in it. And I'm not really into that myself, but yeah. But yeah, I did not know for the longest time that pepperoni is something different in America. That it's actually kind of a salami rather than a pepper. I think that's pretty common for people from elsewhere to not know until they, oh yeah, okay, that's what that is. In a way, I was a little disappointed, actually. I was like, oh, I thought that was actually interesting that, you know, like one of the most popular pizzas here is probably pizza salami, which, yeah. Yeah, so, like, here in, like, I'm in Germany, like pepperoni is usually even like is more specific. They are like pickled peppers. They are not super hot, you know, something like pickled jalapenos, but a bit more mild than that. And that's actually kind of a common pizza topping. That's maybe not the most popular one, but if you order like pizza at you know, the usual pizza delivery chains, like the big ones, they will always have this kind of pepperoni in their repertoire of toppings. And we've all learned something today. But yeah, if you ever come to Germany and want to have a pepperoni pizza in the American style, you would probably either have to get a pizza salami, or sometimes they have like pizza sucuk, which is sort of the Turkish equivalent. It's like a salami, but also kind of with paprika and stuff, so a red salami. And I think that would be that. That would be sort of the... That's not usually because, you know, it's not an Italian thing. It's kind of a mixed thing, but some pizza places will carry that. Actually, I don't know if that's the same thing. I have not eaten any of this type of stuff for more than a decade, so by that I mean meat. So, what do I know? I have no idea. Metal folding chair, water skin. Oh, there's another one. This is very, this is disliked by fish for disparaging a famous poet. Yes, indeed. Fish do not like that. Fish are very much not into being dismissive of poetry. Oh, shoot. Okay, we are in a bit of a predicament here, so we're going to use one of our 2 salve injectors. Oh no. And we're going to pour a bit of fresh water over ourselves to douse that fire. And here we go. Not happy about having to use that salve injector, but you know, there it is. Weird artifact, thermal grenade. Level 8, okay. Also, another weird thing, sort of the biggest pizza chain that we have here was a pizza chain that was called Hello Pizza. for the longest time, and they were patterning themselves after American pizza. So you would get, like, their pizzas were not usually what you get here is sort of the you know, because Italy is kind of closer to we have a border with Italy, right? But you know, it's kind of like Italian style, but the biggest pizza chain in Germany would pattern their styling, I guess, after American pizza. You know, they have like Pizza Kentucky and Pizza Arizona and this kind of stuff. But still, pepperoni. If you order pepperoni with them, you would still get the green peppers. Because you probably could not teach Germans that pepperoni is something else. They are very stubborn in that way. And the last fun fact, this biggest pizza chain in Germany has been bought, like last year or something, by Domino's. And now this pizza chain does not exist anymore, and it's all Domino's. Yay, cultural imperialism. And you know, like it's like big chain pizza. It was never great pizza, but you know, I feel like they were a bit better when they weren't Domino's. I don't know. It's actually fine. It's not whatever, but support your local pizza places is what I'm saying. What other countries think should be an Australian restaurant? Yeah, I guess. It's probably... I don't know, I don't think we have an Australian... I've never come across an Australian restaurant. Or a quote-unquote Australian restaurant around here. You know, oftentimes they tend to be kind of gimmicky. If you... like, it's kind of a novelty thing. That really has nothing to do with the actual cuisine from somewhere else. I think what yeah. We have some pretty decent Vietnamese restaurants, or like food places around here. And they are actually pretty cool. So my partner is of Vietnamese descent. And yeah. They're also something like this is, yeah, there are some really good ones, you know. Sometimes it's just the normal sort of oftentimes when you get like a Vietnamese restaurant, it's kind of this normal general Asian fast food thing, you know, and you would get your fried noodles and this kind of stuff. But there have been a few like genuine Vietnamese restaurants that have opened in the last few years in my town, and that's some good stuff. Australia is a very migrant-based nation. Really strong food culture. I don't really have a, yeah. Care more about salads than most people. Barbecues a lot. Single-serve meat pies. The limit of Australian cuisine. Okay. Okay. So what do the Australian restaurants elsewhere do? Do they just have kangaroo meat because... well, I don't know. Did I pick up the Gershling? I think I did not pick up the Gershling. I'm a Dumbo. You know, grilling barbecues is, I don't know. Like, folks around here do that a lot as well. Kind of once you get the first slightly sunny day of the year, like everybody is out with their little barbecue grills, and the whole town smells like this stuff, which is not always pleasant. But whatever, it's fine. Mostly about steaks. Oh, okay, something with onions. All shaved ice with like sago and stuff. Okay, well, I don't know, you know, maybe it was... Oh, this is not the stairs that I wanted to go up. This is just general underground. You know what, we're going to go back before we do any of that, but it might be interesting. Maybe it isn't really... Maybe it was just the specific taste of the proprietor of this restaurant, who also happened to be Australian, and they were just like, hey, Australian restaurant, or Australian cafe, or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so... Close the door. What can you tell me about... No, what am I doing? Brain, start working, please. So, let's hand in the quest. First of all, here we go. Get the Uber Nostrum and the salve. I like that. Secondly, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tam and sell them the crap that we have. So, inventory has not reset yet. That makes sense. But anything that would be interesting? Not really. But we're still going to get rid of some of the nonsense that we have. We have 113 drams of water. We can use a bit more. Maybe we're going to buy a few of the copper nuggets for better ratio. We don't need the miner's helmet. We're going to sell that. There's a bunch of weird artifacting going on here. I'm going to take a look at that. I think I can actually do that from here. Oh no, we can only look. We cannot examine. So we're going to do this first. Oh yeah, the small trinket is obviously the sphere of negative weight. This is an electrified iron mace. We're going to replace the cell, and we're going to sell it. And this is the fix-it spray foam, obviously. Right, sure. Okay, so iron mace, go away. We also have a cybernetic credit wedge. Oh yeah, we got that from the miner corpse. Indeed. Okay, fantastic. Have all the stuff. We're good. We are good. And that's a pretty lucky run, you know? Like, usually all of this stuff at the start does not matter too much, but it's pretty decent. You know, we got a bunch of reputation from the Snapjaw things, and we're famished forever because I did not think about it. But yeah, we have some good stuff. We're starting out nicely. But yeah. So what we're gonna do now is two things. First of all, we're going to do the thingy here. Hated by flowers, disliked by snapjaws. That would be fine. Let me just check you. Admired by merchants and disliked by the villagers of Mirvashan. That doesn't matter, so we're going to do the water ritual with you. Yes. Okay. And we're going to learn Harvestry. Let's share the secrets first. And then learn Harvestry. Harvest plants, indeed. And maybe get... Okay, that was just Sultan history. Good, okay, fantastic. So now we know Harvestry, that is good. I think we've done most of the things we need to do in Joppa. Do we have the Weird Wire quest? Okay, where is the other historic site, by the way? It is... Oh, It's pretty close to the Tomb of the Eaters. We're not going to get there for a while. But, yeah. Okay, and we can obviously get rid of the Gershling corpse now. We don't need that. Okay. So. Think we're good? I think we're good. So we're just going to go to the Rust Wells. I'm going to do this quickly, because I don't want to faff around too much here. Rust Wells is always kind of the one quest in this game that feels most like busy work. Let's get the wire strand. I usually just do it like get in, get the wire, get out as quickly as possible. Okay, next wire strand is immediately here. That's good. Again, for those of you who are not very experienced in this game, the wire strands, you can tell by their color how red they are. You can tell by that how many inches of wire they have on them. And there's always one wire strand with 50 inches on each floor, including the surface of the Rust Wells. And once you've picked that up, you just need to find the stairs. Did I already pick it up from this? I think I did, didn't I? Wasn't that immediately there? Yeah, it was. Let's go down. Oh no, it's a fungus one. I'm not interested in getting a fungus infection right now. Between the 3 top levels, and then you are done. Indeed. But I'm not going to go further down because I don't want to deal with fungus right now. We're going to go to the next Rust Well and do it here. So there's again going to be one in the surface. And again, there's always a 1 per floor. Here we go. And again, you can tell by the color which it is. There's no sense in picking up the other ones. Oops, let's not get our stuff rusted. Be careful about that. Took a few hits from the seed-spitting vine because I was careless, but it's fine. Yeah, there's the stairs down. We have not yet found the wire strand. Well, that was a warlord. The warlord had a salve injector. Oh, that is a very pleasant surprise. Okay. Come on. Cannot seem to find the last wire strand. It's not that as well. This is a... Ah, there we go. Up here. Wire strand. I think that's enough. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's go up. Right, because I got 2 surface ones. So do not need to go down a lot. So that's good. So now we're going to go north and we're going to do the historic site exploration. We need to be a bit more careful here because this can throw you some curveballs from the start. So we're going to be extra careful here and just check it out. You know? Like even sort of the first mandatory historic site that you always get. This can also... Usually they are not too tough, but this can definitely throw you a few curveballs. So yeah, let's be careful here. Oops, there's my microphone in front of me and I can't see what I'm doing up here. So I need to crank my head a bit. Okay, so there's the baboon hero and member of the cult of Burp. Disliked by Cragmensch, interestingly enough, and hated by some villagers. Okay. The baboons are angry at me, by the way, because they are part of these cultists. They are not part of the baboon faction. And yes, the fact that cultists can be anything can also be pretty funny. I think at some point I had a historic site where the cultists were dromads, which was fun, for example. I just had bloodlust for that baboon. Okay, level 9. Cool. So, let me plan this out a little. Okay. We're not going to go for improved dueling stance right now. We're going to increase our blocking. Deft and swift blocking. I think we actually want all of those. Shield wall is pretty awesome, but we're never going to have the willpower to do that. So we're not going to do that. But yeah, we're going to get the improved dueling stance. And I think what we need to do, yeah, right. We need to, I'm going to put 1 point into agility. Or are we going to do the next one into agility? We definitely need to increase agility a bit as well. Otherwise we are not going to get on guard until very late in the game. So, level 9, 12 is going to do 15. You know what? I'm going to get the strength bonus. We're going to put the point of at level 15. We're going to put that into agility. Yeah, it should work. It should work out. Rare fish in the fishing mod. With a cult that was 30% superpowered rare fish, indeed. In my last stream that I did the day before yesterday, I had a ruin which was full of gunslingers. It was just all gunslingers. And they had tons of pistols and laser pistols and everything. So I just hauled like basically like 100 laser pistols back to Joppa, which was, or like 100 pistols and everything back to Joppa. That was pretty fun as well. It got a bit overwhelming with the pistols. Just made a big stack of pistols in Joppa. And, you know, I had tinkering at that point, and I just disassembled a lot of them, but, yeah. And, you know, like a jewel-encrusted laser pistol, which, you know, because there were so many, there was a good likelihood for that, is worth a lot of water. Okay, this is actually pretty much a baboon thing. And there's also a turret over there. Oops, I'm famished again. This is bad. Need to pay close. Oh yeah, there's a lot of baboon bosses. Okay. Alright, we're just going to clear out this map, I guess. Get a bunch of reputation for it, hopefully. The problem with baboons is always, yeah, so annoying to fight. There's another, I think these are just rifle or musket turrets, so we're fine. Okay, here we go. What are you doing? Disliked by oozes, hated by unshelled reptiles, disliked by hermits. This is great. Yeah, one of the cultist types. Yeah, probably. Admired by some villagers, hated by villagers. Oh yeah, we're going to get some good reputation out of this. I am quite excited. So we're going to thin out the herd a little bit. Just so that we are not too much trouble. What are you? Hated by a bunch of villagers. Okay, that's not too interesting to me. Oh, died pretty quickly. Alright. Just in Baboon Town. Just a cult of baboons. Worshipping something or other. Don't know what artifact we're going to get here. Ah, come on. Always running away to corner them somewhere. And a few robots as well. And turrets. Funny thing is, as far as the game goes, turrets are sentient, you know? They're just creatures. This is, by the way, also... Oh yeah, right, I do have a desert rifle. I always forget that. And we do have steady hands, so we can actually use the desert rifle. And we're going to find a ton of lead slugs from these turrets, so might as well make use of that. A smorgasbord of baboons. Is that the collective noun for baboons? Okay, cool. Villagers. Goat folk went up. Wouldn't it be funny if we went friendly with goat folk in this? I think it would. I think it would be plenty interesting. Like, being friendly with goat folk can actually be a little bit annoying. Because if they don't attack you, they can be troublesome to find, and murdering them is a pretty good source of experience for the mid-game. Yeah, that's a good way to get to level 25. So, them being friendly actually makes the jungle a bit annoying. So what I did in one run where that was the case is I had a goat folk face in my pocket, and when I wanted the goat folk to hate me, I just put that on, which is, you know, totally normal behavior. That's what you do. Oh no, they all dropped down the shaft. Okay. Are there any more baboon bosses? That's just what you do. Indeed. Ah, there we go. Villagers of Ha, Shupad, urchins. Okay. Oops, and I took a bit of damage here. So we're just going to stay behind this wall and rifle for a little bit. Okay, here we go. Oops. You know what? We can actually probably rest because they don't come after you. Indeed. Alright, well, that's a lot of baboons. So many entities on this map because of all the stones. Okay. Okay, we can't really get in there. Oh, baboons were having a bit of wine. Okay. Can't actually collect that. Oh, there's an Arconaut. Just going to be an asshole towards that Arconaut. Knock them prone. Apparently used a self-injector. Okay, we have a Borderlands revolver. I might take that with me. Studded leather, slender leather boots, leather cloak, white brimmed hat. I don't really need any of that. However, let's see what this weird artifact is. It's an acid gas grenade. Okay. I think we're almost done. We can't really get up there because of that shaft. So, you know what? We're just going to go down. Jeez. So many baboons. Let's just murder a few of them. Go back up. Murder a few of them. And there was a Naphtali villager or something, interestingly enough. So let's destroy this stuff. Okay, go up. Kill baboon, rest. Yes. Okay. Getting there. Not really any interesting loot because baboons don't have it. They're not really carrying anything except for rocks. So, yes, level 10. Neat. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get swift blocking. We're also going to get staggering block at some point. So, and that will be the shield tree maxed out for us because we're never going to get the willpower for shield wall. But that's going to be... Oh, there's 2 baboon bosses here. Admired by frogs and hated by unshelled raptors. Sorry, froggies. Yeah. But the unshelled reptile thing is pretty good. I like to be friendly with those. Consortium of Fighter. Okay. Because that's pretty useful in once you, especially doing the sort of when you are in sort of the early 20s in your level and you want to start doing some exploration of... Okay, what are you? No, if you want to go down the ruin undergrounds around Gridgate. The Rimwicks, they are an unfriendly bunch, and at that stage they become kind of trivial later, but at that stage they aren't. At that stage they are trouble because they freeze you and do a ton of damage. So until you are armored up a whole bunch, they are trouble. So it makes exploring these ruins much easier if you are friendly with them, and they are unshelled reptiles. So, you know, getting friendly with unshelled reptiles, not a bad strategy in this game. So who are you? Admired by swine. Okay, I think swine already don't like us, so it's okay. Disliked by dogs. Somebody who's disliked by dogs cannot be a friend of mine. Rifle down there. Okay. Alright. Famished again. Oh no. Okay. Cook. Whip up a meal. I have not yet got cooking and gathering. Or any other of the utility things for that matter. Except for harvestry, obviously. So, yeah, we need to go for that stuff at some point. So many points we need to spend. Good thing is that we have relatively high intelligence because we need it for the dueling stance stuff. So we're getting a good amount of skill points. Okay. Well, let's keep exploring this. There's a weird artifact. It's a carbine. Awesome. That was in one of the last runs. I also had an early carbine. So we're going to use that instead of the... I mean, we have a good amount of lead slugs at this point. Yeah, 400. That's good. But, you know, with a carbine you can do some proper damage. It will become less useful later on. But for now, the carbine is great. Especially you can do stuff like this, you know, you can just point blank them, and that will take down a lot. That will do some really good damage. Okay, lead slugs. More of them is always welcome. Usually, especially now that the turrets all drop lead slugs, ammo is never a problem in this game. Okay, and there's the stairs down. I think we're done here. Let's go down. And see, just took one shot and just murdered everything. Yeah, that's going to be super useful for this. Yeah. For these baboons, because they're always running away. They are so pesky. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom, level 11. Ooh. Oopsie daisy, I took a good bit of damage here. I'm going to go back up, rest up, and go back down. That's one of the good things about the baboons never really coming after you all that much. Is you don't need to worry. You can always take a step back and rest. So, villagers of Napa. Okay, that's not really... Okay, and what do we have here? A statue. Emed. Okay. Fighting that many baboons is always so finicky. You just need to... Can't just autopilot your way through this. You have to kind of... Okay, where are you running? I need to go after you, and I'm getting pelted by those folks. And oh no, I took damage, I need to rest. Oh, no, no, no. But you know, autopiloting your way through this game is usually how you end up dead, so it's probably good. Admired by bears. Okay, bears are not gonna like us. Hated by apes and a bunch of villagers. Okay. So many baboons. I'm just genociding baboons right now. Okay, what do we have here? Cracked lens. Not really interesting. Rest up, reload, go further, continue. Rinse, repeat. Oh, 3 baboon bosses. Okay, disliked by villagers. Disliked by the villagers of Joppa. Huh. Hated by pariahs. So these are the hindran pariahs. Disliked by oozes. Okay, getting in good with oozes is also great because oozes can be a pain in the butt. Hated by flowers. Villagers of Habal. Okay. Well. It's just a reputation machine here. You took a weird artifact. 1 pound grenade. Yes. EMP. Can be useful. Yeah. Deactivating robots might have its uses. And there's a trash monk. I like trash monks, even though I always murder them. Gentling mask. Oh, that's for the face, right? Cannot be removed once equipped. Brass chain. Having an armor value item on the face is kind of awesome. But... I'm going to have to think about whether I'm going to put that on or not. We might do it. We might do it. Again, I'm gonna have to think about that for a bit. But I don't think there's any higher armor value items for the face. So... yeah, I don't know. Oh, normality gas grenade. Well, let's go down again. There's baboons at the downstairs. Yeah. You know, it's like that GTA meme. This all shit, here we go again. That's what I kind of feel like right now. Hated glow whites. Admired by the villagers, I don't care. So, we're just gonna carbine into the group over there. Well, it's actually kind of disturbing what we're doing here, but more turrets. Okay, turrets are kind of cool because we're getting a lot of experience from this. How much water do we have? Let's see. Yeah, you have to. That's kind of the thing you have to do in Caves of Qud. Once you picture what you're actually doing in this game, it always becomes a little... Because indiscriminate murdering is generally a thing. And what this game does is it doesn't really distinguish between friendlies and unfriendlies, because everything is just governed by faction reputation, right? So, yeah. Except for the Brutus Templar, not really many of the folks you're murdering are actually evil or anything. Well, that's just how this world works. Okay, lots of water. Not gonna pick that up though. Okay. Oh, there's a becoming nook. Ah, that's cool. Okay. We can also go further down, still. It's an interesting historic site, I must say. Okay, let's open this. By that I mean destroy it. Let's see what kind of cybernetics we have here. Skillsoft Shank. Okay. Need to put it in the head, and it's 3. Communications interlock. I think this means we... Oh, we rebuke robots as if you were 5 levels higher. Nothing exciting. Although the robot rebuking might be kind of useful. I never use it much, but that is probably failing on my side. Alright. Okay, I need to take a quick break because I need